Okay, open to the public. Anyone that has any comments they want to make about, we're here for the discussion of the tax levy. Anybody have any questions? Oh, I'm sorry. Need a motion to open the public hearing.
Do we need to take roll?
Sir?
Do we need to take roll?
No, not really.
I'll make that motion.
We could. Denisha, you might as well take roll, okay? There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, roll call, please.
Trustee Blue?
Yes.
Trustee Holston?
Yes.
Trustee Dresback?
Yes.
Denise?
Yes.
So Mayor Potts present?
Okay.
Okay, we're going to discuss the tax levy. I'm going to defer to Daryl, if I may, our financial director. Yes, sir.
Let the record reflect, this is a public hearing for the tax levy for the year 2017. Mr. Bollinger will make a presentation. At that point in time, anybody from the public can come and present their point of view about the levy. So,
Hello, everyone. My name is Daryl Bollinger, Finance Director for the Village. What we're doing tonight is explaining and letting the public know that the village is requesting an additional amount for its tax levy for the fiscal year upcoming. What we're trying to do is, there's a TIF district that has been closed, TIF district number 2, and so there's a one-time influx of funds that are coming into the village. And in order for the village to recapture an amount coming from that TIF 2 district, we have to request that through our levy. The other taxing districts that I have up here will do the similar things, or have done similar things. And the reason for the hearing tonight is because the amount that we're requesting is above and beyond the amount that we are actually allowed to do without having a public hearing. So we wanted to put the public on notice that we were asking for this additional money. Now, the thing with this is that the additional funds that we're requesting are not funds that are going to come directly from the residential population. They're coming from the TIF 2 district. So in order for us to get that, we had to ask for it and request it. That created an increase in the levy, like about $185,000. And so if we kept our levy the same, we would not be eligible to get it. We had to request it. So that's what we're doing here tonight. We're going to request that amount for the village. I see here that the village has, the amount comes out to about 12.4%. Now this increase, it does not go directly into the Village of Monee's portion of the tax bill. It's just an amount that we have to request in order to get the amount that's coming back to the village or to the other taxing districts. So we're actually requesting only that portion of the funds. Like I said here, this will not increase the village's percentage of your tax bill above. So all the taxing districts here, this amount here will not increase. Now I can't say that a residential property total tax bill will not increase. I can only ensure that the Village of Monee's portion will not increase. So I just want to make sure that everyone understands that we're not increasing our percentage of the tax bill. We're just requesting the additional money that's coming back to the taxing entities. If there's any questions or...
Are there any questions?
Daryl, just a quick question, and that has to do with, I just wanted to clarify, so the village board had originally made the decision, voted to not have a tax increase in the levy of which the taxpayers pay.
That's correct, yes.
And you're saying that the reason we're asking for that 12.4% is simply to cover the amount that we are due back from the closing of the TIF district.
That's correct, yes.
I understand. Thanks.
So our taxes will not go up through Monee? We will not, our taxes, Monee is not going to...
The Village of Monee portion on your tax will not increase. Now, I can't speak to the other taxing districts, which is going to be your bottom line for your taxes. I can't say that your total bill isn't going to increase, but I can tell you that the Village of Monee's portion will not.
The percent rate, your bill could go up
if the value of your property has gone up substantially, which is normally any time, right?
Right, but I'm saying
But that's the only way it could go up, because our percentage is not going to change.
That's correct.
But what's the 12% then?
12% is, we had a levy last year, and there's $185,000 coming back from the TIF district. We have to request from the county an additional 185. Now that 185 over the amount that we had last year comes down to about 12.4%. So for us to recapture that, we have to ask for that amount of 12.4 now. That 12.4 does not go into this. It has no effect on this. It's just the amount over last year that we're asking from the county to return to us. So we've got.
Monee is asking the county to return that money, so the county's got to get that money somehow?
Right.
Is that what you're saying? So
They already have it.
Huh?
The county already has it.
So they already have it, so you're saying that the county could raise our property taxes
No,
to pay you?
No.
Or to pay Monee?
No, what I'm saying is, we had a smaller pot of money last year. The pot has gotten bigger. If we don't request an additional amount, we're not going to get it. So to get that amount, it doesn't mean that we're going to tax the public anymore. It just means that funds have been released from TIF areas, a TIF 2 area. So that money comes back into the pot, which makes the pot bigger. And if we didn't do anything, our slice of that pie would decrease, but you'd have a bigger pot. So to keep consistent with what we've been getting, we're just trying to make up for that increase in the pot, if that makes any sense.
TIF 2 was closed last year. The Monee portion of TIF 2 that had money in that TIF is $185,000. We have to request that, and the mechanism for that is the tax levy. If we don't do that, that money will go to the county and be used elsewhere for whatever they want to use it. So every taxing district that's doing this is doing the same thing right now. In order for us to get our portion of the money, we have to have a levy to get the money. So that's all we're doing, is passing the levy to get that excess money that's already in a fund, so that we can take and use it for the purposes we have.
Where is the TIF 2 money coming from?
I don't know how familiar you are with the TIF, but there's areas within the village that have been designated TIF areas. And with those areas, it precludes the village from collecting that money for village purposes. That money is set into a different pot and done to revitalize that area, to upgrade that area. The TIF has expired, so those properties that were in that TIF area now, instead of it going to that pot over here, it's now being distributed amongst all the taxing bodies. A percentage of that the village should get. So in order for us to do that, we have to request it. And that 185 over last year is about a 12.4% increase, which, like I said previously, doesn't affect this. It's just affecting what we're requesting for the additional funds. Yes,
So
sir.
it's a zero-sum game, you just have to request it, and this is the process.
That's correct, and with that, we're not increasing, we're not putting the burden on the taxpayer. We're not saying we're going to increase your taxes to get this excess out there. We have to request it. That's what the percentage is for us to get that amount. So that's all we're doing. We're just requesting what's already out there to come to the village of Monee.
If I may, Darrell, simply, and I'm pretty good at simplifying things, I believe, we're closing a TIF. It no longer exists. There's money in the TIF. If we don't apply for our portion, we lose it. We're applying, this is a one-time thing because we closed the TIF. We're entitled to $185,000, which we're applying for. That does not raise your taxes. How does the TIF get money? By the companies that are in there. If they put additions on or other companies come in, it keeps increasing the value of the TIF. That's how it increases in money. So there's a balance in there. Our portion is $185,000 one-time payment, and we are applying for that. It has nothing to do with your taxes whatsoever.
So
I
then
hope that was clear.
Will our taxes go down then? Will you change the rate? Will you leave it the same at least?
It will not go up.
Okay, so the rate should not go up.
This portion will not go up.
Okay.
We've taken precautions against that. It will not go up. Now, I can't speak to all the other taxing districts, and which could create an increase in the tax bill. I can just say that this portion here will not go up, as far as the percentage,
Yeah, in regards to your question, if I may say to you that the state of Illinois has taken 2% sales tax off of us, I believe. Is it 2%? So we're losing some revenue, and this is going to help replace that in our budget, so we don't have to cut things. So it's going into our budget. We're going to use it in the best way we know how for the community. But again, it does not jeopardize your tax bill with the Village of Monee whatsoever. It's not an increase. It doesn't cost you. This is a one-time thing because we closed the TIF. We reorganized. Some of them were expiring, so they were redrawn, and we eliminated this TIF. So it's now in a new TIF number anyway. So, are there any other questions? If not, I would move to close the public hearing. And I'd like a roll call on so move for adjournment. Second. Would you have roll call, please, Denisha?
Trustee Holston? Yes. Trustee Moore?
Yes.
Trustee Vincent?
Yes.
Trustee Blue? Yes.
Well, thank you all for coming. I hope you understood what just happened. And we'll kind of sit and take a break until 6:30 for our regular meeting.